والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم وقل رب زدني علما. قال المصنف رحمه الله تعالى ونفعنا بعلمه في الدارين. قال باب إكرام أهل بيت رسول باب توقير العلماء وكبار وأهل الفضل وتقديمهم على غيرهم ورفع مجالسهم وإظهار مرتبتهم. قال الله تعالى: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قل هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب. إنما يتذكر أولو الألباب. اللهم اجعلنا منهم. So here a new chapter, which is basically after showing respect to the closest to us in terms of relationship, blood relationship. So also another very important relationship that we have, which is not a blood relationship, but the relationship that we have in terms of hierarchy of knowledge and hierarchy of age, which is something that we've all but lost in this day and age. So in this chapter, this is the mention of what we call the Tawqir al-Ulama. Tawqir means to give the honor and the respect and the recognize and acknowledge the dignity of the people of knowledge. And when we say the people of knowledge, we don't mean any knowledge, the knowledge which is the objective for which human beings have been created, and moreover the entire universe, and that is the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His deen. And also giving proper respect and due regard to the people who are elders. One of the interesting things that in my journey towards Islam, when I went to Yemen, so in Yemen, I remember vividly, probably it was apparent in other places as well, but I remember this very vividly because I stayed in houses of people, and I would notice that, leave alone the youngsters towards the elders and the parents, I noticed that the younger brother would not look up into the face of the elder brother, with as an equal. This was quite shocking coming from the Western paradigm where everybody is, everybody's up in everybody's face, more or less, as it were, And so this gives a whole new, the concept of hierarchy, the concept of respect for those who have a position above you, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ, and above every person with knowledge is someone more knowledgeable. And the ulama say, حَتَّى يَنْتَهِي إِلَى اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ, and that goes on and on until ultimately it reaches to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who knows all. So this is a very wonderful characteristic of Islam, and it was actually the characteristic of all traditional peoples, but you will find it like so many other basic ethics and morals that were part and parcel of traditional peoples everywhere, because they had vestiges of prophetic and divine knowledge. But you will find that only really you don't find much of that left except with Muslims, even though we have very little of it ourselves left. But compared to the other peoples, today I happened to be at the beach, and you see what you see there. And then I saw two Muslim ladies walking with covered their heads and themselves covered. It was quite a breath of fresh air, So, you're not going to see other people, observing this. So we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for what remains. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase it. So, giving due respect and honor to the people of knowledge and the people who are elder to us, and the people of fadl, the people of distinction and virtue. And when we talk about distinction of virtue, we're talking about distinction of virtue which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala recognizes. and preferring them over others, and also the elevation of being in their company. وَفِي مَجَالِسِهِمْ. And also to expose their, and to, sort of make manifest, their high and elevated stations. So in that regard, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions this ayat, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, are they equal? Are these two categories of individuals equal? Those who know and those who don't know? No. Absolutely. They are not. And so this is called istifham al-taqrir, because everyone would say, just as our brother said, no, obviously they don't. Now, ya'lamun, in the Arabic language, you should say that he knows something. Here, that something is not mentioned. So what the ulama say is that, the fact that these people have knowledge which is, recognized by Rabbul Izzah Jalla Jalaluhu. So those people who are the containers of that knowledge, they cannot be equal those that don't possess that knowledge. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among them. And of course, that knowledge is truly that knowledge which brings about the fruit, which that knowledge, nurtures, the fruit of action. إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. And who is going to take heed, who is going to reflect, and who is going to take admonition? The people who have, sound intelligence according to the natural disposition that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. فِطْرَةَ اللَّهِ الَّتِي فَطَرَ النَّاسَ عَلَيْهَا. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq to regard the people of knowledge and the people who are elder to us and the people who have distinction and give them their dues. Ameen. Ameen. Wa akhir da'wana.